Hello, everybody. We are here at week 19 with Legendary, Marvel Legendary, of course, as you can see. So, this week we are starting a new expansion, Civil War. So, here's the deal. Couple things. One, I've been experimenting a little bit with making this a little bit easier to see. So, hopefully, this vantage point is a little easier to tell what's going on. Still working out the details of just getting equipment in the right place and whatever. So, so I'm excited about, hopefully this looks a little better for you, and you can not look everything so, sideways-ish. So I'm hoping this works out. Anyway, not all that important, but of note. So, again, we're starting a new expansion, which means I'm going to start with going over the rules. So I put together a book here, put all the rules in so I can keep track of everything. So the thing about this one, Civil War brings about, as far as our series here, a new thing where some of the cards have two characters on the same card. So they're a divided card, hence the whole idea of Civil War being a house divided. So that's sort of the theme of it, and decently done, I would say. So there's some new heroes. There's Secret Avengers that they, kind of follow Captain America's anti-registration as opposed to Iron Man's pro-registration. And then you have, let's see, it says, rescued from S.H.I.E.L.D. by the Secret Avengers, the Young Avengers also join. So you have things like Hulkling, Patriot, Stature, Vision, and Wiccan. And then there's a New Warriors, and I understand what they did, and I'll explain a little bit why it irritated me a little bit. But they have a New Warriors, and they only used Speedball because he was the only one that survived that event. So if you read the comic, there was a big explosion. Nitro blew up things, killed a bunch of civilians, and that's what started the whole Superhuman Registration Act. So that's the deal with that. Anyway, so there are dividing cards. So the way that works is, and here I'll just show you one from Cloak and Dagger. They're one of the characters, and I say one because they're always together. So there's one, their main card, their big card, it's just one person, but it's usually divided like this. So you'll have Cloak and Dagger. And the thing about it, and I showed it kind of quick, the recruit points for both are always the same. And so when you recruit them, you only pay one of those costs. You don't pay both to get the card. So it's just on there so that each side is its own card. That was what they were going for. So they have the recruit points on each side, just in case you're only paying attention to one. When you play a card, you pick which side to play, and you get whatever that side has, and then the other card just pretty much it doesn't exist anymore. So you have the option to play either one, but once you play it, it's that card. Now, each card has a different hero class, so if you need a strength card to trigger an ability, then use a strength side, right, and vice versa. So, so when it's in your hand or the HQ, it counts as all its hero classes, hero teams, and hero names. But once you play it, the card only counts as the side you chose. So you can't use both, strength and, say, ranged or whatever, all the way through. But if it's in your hand and you play a different card that says, hey, whatever classes you have, it still counts for both of them. So there you go. And a divided card is only one card. It's not two distinct cards, even though we could play it that way. It's still just one card. So you have to draw a card or discard a card. Then it's just one. Or if you discard two, you have to actually physically put two cards down. All right. And then the size changing thing, which is from Ant-Man, actually is where and again, in this series where it first showed up. So size changing, you can recruit somebody for 2 less recruit points or attack a villain for 2 less attack points. So there you go. And then there's one there's some cards that have phasing, which Vision does for sure. If you have a phasing card, you can swap it with the top card of your deck during your turn. That isn't drawing a card or playing a card. It's just they just swap. So it's you're swapping a card. So it's different than playing or drawing. Okay, so there's that, and then there's a new one, Fortified. So this is a new thing where some villains say things like escape, fortify the mastermind. So While it's fortified, the Mastermind cannot be fought. So you put this villain on or near the specified place. While it's there, it has the listed effect. Any player can fight that villain as normal to end that fortify effect and put the villain into their victory pile. If a card would fortify a place, don't do anything if there's already a villain fortifying that place. So it might fortify your hero deck, it might fortify your deck, the villain deck, the Mastermind, a city space. It depends on the villain. Then there's another one, shield clearance. This keyword represents pro-registration shield forces that can only be defeated with the help of shield information. So if a villain says shield clearance, you must discard a shield hero as an additional cost to fight that villain. Likewise, if a Mastermind has double shield clearance, then you must discard 2 shield heroes each time you fight them. So if you're playing with Hydra heroes, then you discard them instead of shield. Okay. So that one, I'm going to just pause there for a second in that, so you don't necessarily want to be KOing all those beginning agents or troopers, because you need those on the shield clearance ones. So we'll see how that plays out with Authoritarian Iron Man and the Superhuman Registration Act. I'll get to that in a moment. Now there's another one that actually came from another set that chronologically came out, but we haven't seen it yet, and that's Bribe. So you can fight villains with Bribe by spending any combination of attack or recruit points. So the thing about that one is the way it's described in Dark City, which happens to be right here. So when you get to Bribe, let's see, new keywords, Bribe. Okay, so fight villains. Yeah, okay. You can fight villains with the word bribe by spending any combination of attack or recruit points. Now, the other thing about that is, and it comes up in a later expansion, is they say when a villain has an asterisk by their name and there's no indication of what that means, that's a bribe. Now, we may or may not be doing that, right? In a way, it makes it easier when they do have the asterisk after their attack points. But I'm not opposed to that. So it doesn't say anything in the Civil War thing about that. It just says you can fight villains with bribe. So if it's written on there. Okay. So if that's true, then I can't just do it because there's an asterisk. That comes later. So I'm going to kind of follow the rule of law on this one, so to speak. And since that's a rule that comes in a different set, we haven't gotten there yet, I'm not going to do that. So if it doesn't say bribe, then we can't use it. Okay, and then there's new sidekicks. So it says when you, once per turn, you can pay 2 recruit to recruit a sidekick from the top of the sidekick stack. And then when you play it, you return to the bottom of the sidekick stack. So that's a thing to remember, right? So there's different ways to do the sidekick thing, but this one sets it up the way you're supposed to do it, which is you pay to recruit and you can get one. So then it becomes part of your hand. That's the other thing. And there are different rules floating out there that the sidekick is kind of off to the side. You can use them when you want, which I've done in a previous video, or you do it as part of your hand, which is the normal way to do it. And then this is where grievous wounds have come into play, so they're part of the wound stack, right? And I've always had them in there, I've got them. Same with the bystanders, by the way. So we got wounds and bystanders. So as you can kind of see, that bystander stack is really, really big. That's all the bystanders from all the expansions. So it's quite a stack. Anyway, so grievous wounds are just a little bit harder to get rid of. That's basically, hence the name. But you can get rid of them, like a card says you can KO all your wounds. It counts as a wound, so it's not a separate thing. Okay, so those are all the rules. I think for me, personally, the thing that's going to maybe throw me off a little bit this time around is the shield clearance and or remembering that I can buy a sidekick. So check me on that, I guess, and I probably won't be perfect because I'm a human being and, I'm trying to narrate and play and think out loud, which, that's not that big a deal, but I might make a mistake here and there. So if I do, you can make fun of me. So feel free to comment and tell me what a noob I am. and all of that. All right, now let's get to the actual setup. All right, so Civil War. What I meant to say this, right? So this is a big expansion. Actually, this is one of the bigger ones. So you get 16 new heroes, 7 new villains, 2 new henchmen, 5 new masterminds, 8 schemes, some sidekicks, wounds, and a couple of bystanders. So that means we've got 8 schemes to get through. So there's going to be 8 weeks of Civil War. So strap in. Here we go. It's the first one. And we're going to go through the schemes alphabetically. I'm going to go ahead and follow the always leads for the masterminds for this. There's enough schemes that's going to play through all of them. So might as well do that, right? So then you get a sense of how those work together. Even though this is solo play. And solo play, normally, you don't need to do that. That's not something you have to do. But it's helpful as a way to explain the expansion and whatnot, I think, to do it. So I'm doing that. All right, so the scheme, what we're doing is Avengers versus X-Men, as you can read. And so the setup is 9 twists. The hero deck has 3 heroes of one team and 3 heroes of another team. Okay, here's where I got to do some more talking. I apologize. So the way the characters, the teams worked out, there's a lot of Avengers in this set, and not any X-Men. And there's a few Marvel Knights. There's like 1.5 Marvel Knights because of the divided card thing. There's a Spider-Man in there. So for like Spider-Friends and Avengers, he's kind of both. Again, it's split. And then there's the New Warriors Speedball. So when they say get 3 heroes of one team and 3 heroes of another team, I couldn't do 3 of the second team. So I went back and I pulled, and maybe you can see it down here. I pulled 3 from the core set: Cyclops, Rogue, and Wolverine. So I'm just going to go ahead and do the Avengers versus X-Men. Okay, so I wanted to tell you that because that's not part of the set. So I just want to be clear. All right, so then when you get a twist, each player reveals their hand. Each player that has cards of both these teams gains a wound. So if you have an Avenger card and an X-Men card, however many, but at least one of each, you get a wound. At twist number 8, Evil wins, which is, there's 9 twists in there, so they're kind of pushing it there, which is fine. Okay, so basically what that tells me on the outset, right, just from face value, is maybe recruit more of just one of the hero teams so that you don't have as much a chance to have both cards. Now, we'll see how that plays out, but I think that's fair. Another thing is knowing that was the card that was, that's the scheme that you're going to be gaining wounds. I did, I wouldn't say cheat, but I did think about that when I was pulling X-Men cards a tiny bit, and Wolverine, I remembered, was good at KOing wounds, so I picked him. By the way, before I forget, the background music that I'm playing is from Halvard again, so Hallvard. They do some great copyright-free music, and this is Vikings. This might be Ragnarok. Which one is this one again? This is Vikings. So that's the main title, and there's that music. It just sounds like what you'd sort of expect in that theme. So I want to give them some credit. Okay, back to the game. All right, so. Anyway, as I was saying, I picked Wolverine just because I know that I'll KO some wounds. So it's not going to show up right away, but it might show up later, as I'm grabbing more cards. All right, as far as heroes, I'm not sure. I mean, I think it's pretty clear, but it might be small, right? So Cyclops, I got one of the divided cards with Falcon, Redwing, Rogue, Wolverine, and then a Daredevil, Iron Fist. All right, so... weird thing about the divided cards is they're sideways, so you have to sort of, pick them up and read them if you really want to get into the details of it. But that's what's going on. All right, so here we go. First hand. Let's see what happens here. Let's do this. Scheme twist right off the bat. What a deal. All right, well, I know I don't have one of each because it's only shield officers, right? So, shocker there. But the only other crappy part of the solo play, well, crappy, okay, that's really harsh, is you got to KO a hero every time a scheme twist comes up. And, I think what I'm going to do, sorry about that. I think what I'm going to do is KO this rogue. That is, I got to pick somebody. And so I kind of want to get a hold of that Daredevil Iron Fist one. It's got some good attack point stuff on it, and or recruit points, so there's options on that one. And hey, I replaced it with the same road card, so it's cool. True to form, and many times when I start a hand or a new game, it does this: 2 attack and 4 recruit. So I can't attack Iron Man. He's a 12. He's got a 12 with an asterisk, and I mentioned that I wasn't going to use bribe if it doesn't say bribe on their card. So he's a 12. All right. 2 isn't going to cut that, but I do have 4 recruit points. Let's check out this Falcon Redwing. So on one side, he's a attack, and then with another ranged card, you can gain a side kick. With Redwing, there's no attack or recruit. Look at the top 3 cards of your deck, draw 1, put the rest back in your order. That's that's a decent one. So that's a decent card, right? Gives you some options. It's an attack card. That's cool. Yeah, I think, I'm just going to go with that one. So that's that. Okay, so there you go. Okay, so I'm going to so those are my discard pile. All right, next hand. Oops, sorry. Okay, there we go. Okay, so now I got a couple of Wolverines. There's this one over here, which is where you can KO wound if you, from your hand to your discard pile, which I think it's a good card. It's a 2 attack, and you get to do that. Hey, wow, look at that. Another scheme twist. How exciting. Oh, goodness. 2 right off the bat. Well, at least I don't have to lose anything in my hand or whatever. Okay, I got to KO a hero 6 or less. Alright, so this Cyclops is an attack. You have to discard a card to play it, but he's got 3 attack on. Good attack, 1 less card. I'm not a fan of that for some reason, but it is a ranged, which will help me with that Falcon card. There's a lot of these Wolverines. I'm going to go ahead and KO this Wolverine card, which is a 1 attack. If you play an instant card, you get to draw a card. Alright, then I got another Cyclops, which is sort of the opposite of the other one I just mentioned. It's a 3 recruit, and you have to discard a card to play it. So those are nice in the sense of they do have 3. 3 is a high, highish, middle-ish, highish number, and but you have to discard a card. Okay, so first hand, second hand are the same. That happens often. Still can attack Iron Man, but I do have 4 recruit points, so I'm going to go ahead and take this Wolverine. That allows me to KO a wound from my hand or my discard pile. It's a good card, especially if you know wounds are coming your way. You got a scheme that's going to pull that. If you know that ahead of time, great, right? If that's how you're setting it up. A lot of times when I first started playing this game, I would do everything random, and which is fine. That's great. In fact, you can find randomizers online, and I would use those kinds of things, and then there's an app, actually, and I've mentioned this one before. There's an app called Assemble that you might want to check into that has the expansions in it, and it can generate a random game for solo or up to 6 players, or 5 players. Sorry. So anyway, that's another way to do it, and it's a really nice thing, and I've used it before. It may come up again, but it has a list of keywords in there also. So instead of referring to all the rules, going back to all the rules, wait, what does that say? It's in that game. So I use that quite a bit for that function alone. But it's nice if you're just going to make a random thing. You can set up which sets you want to use in the randomization, which even just you can pick and choose villains and say, I only want this villain, or this Mastermind, let's say, but I want random heroes, right? Or I want random Mastermind and I only want these heroes. Or whatever, right? So it's pretty good. It's decent, and I'm glad it's out there. Free. You can get a free version, and I'm sure you can donate. So check that one out. All right. Here we go. Next hand. Oh, good. Not a scheme twist. All right. So this is Iron Spider. Ambush. Fortify your deck. So when Iron Spider fortifies a player's deck, that player draws 1 fewer cards at the end of their turn. So next hand. Fight. Reveal the top card of the villain deck. If the card is 2 victory points or less, Iron Spider fortifies the deck of the player on your left. Now, normally, if it references other players, I ignore it. And I may, I did a practice run of this, and I didn't do that rule. I think I'm gonna be more consistent about it this time around, just to see. So, if I fight him, there's no other players, so there is no player on my left, so he's going to go to my victory pile. So I'm going to play it that way this time around. And, you know, there's a debate there. Should I not? Whatever. But that's what I'm going to do. That's how I'm going to deal with it. All right. This hand, I did get that Falcon card, so I either get 2 attack, or I can look at the top 3 cards of my deck and draw 1. So, I can get 4 attack. I have no villains out there, so I'm going to go ahead and go with the Redwing one and play that card first. So, I'm going to draw 3 cards, or look at, it's not drawing, you look at the top 3, you draw 1 and put the rest back in any order. I'm going to go ahead, they're just shield, agent, troopers, nothing exciting. But I'm going to take the recruit point because I'm going to aim for more recruits. So I got 2 attack, 4 recruits. So at this point, I could get... I'm going to go ahead and go with the Cyclops of attack 3, even though I have to discard a card. I'm going to go with that one. So we'll go with that and leave it that way. Although, wait a minute, just thought of something. I can attack Iron Spider, right? So I had 2 attack. I can attack Iron Spider. So it says if it's worth 2, then he's going to stay in my victory pile. So I have to, it says reveal the top card of the villain deck. It doesn't say to play it. It's a scheme twist. So now we know my next hand is a scheme twist thing. Yeehaw. Okay. Alright, so here's the scheme twist. That's number 3. Oops, forgot to replace him. Alright, there we go. So I only have an X-Men, so I don't gain a wound. Go me. Alright. Well, speaking of that, right, I can KO wound from my hand or discard pile. I don't have one yet, so I just get 2 attacks. So there's 3 attack there. Doesn't help me. Another 4 recruit. So, unfortunately, this Captain America Secret Avenger came up. You get +1 for each sidekicks and other Avenger hero you played this turn. So I've been kind of gearing up on the X-Men thing. So I think I'm gonna kind of stay in that realm. Although, you know, Falcon's an Avenger, so it's tough. It's tough. I don't want to turn down stuff. Anyway, I can't get him now. Anyway, I've got 4 recruit points. So. Boy, okay, so I've got the Cyclops, recruit 3. I got a rogue, 2+ recruit, and if I play a covert, I get a +1, so it could be 3 recruit. And then there's a Falcon here again. Put a hero from the HQ on the bottom of the hero deck. Tech, if you get a hero that had recruit, you get +1 recruit point, and it's a 2 recruit. And then this Daredevil's a 6, so I can't get him either. So it's kind of recruit land if I want to recruit somebody. Or, well, and Shield Officer is a recruit person. So I'm going to go ahead and grab this rogue to get a chance to KO another wound in that sense. So, and then I need to KO a hero. I didn't do that yet. So I'm going to go ahead and KO this Falcon. Okay. Alright, so that was a little out of order, but it all kind of worked out the way it would have worked out anyway. So there you go. I should have KO'd that Falcon first before I did my turn. Okay, so there you go. That is that. Again, I can get some sidekicks too, which, again, like I mentioned, I already forgot about. So with all these recruit points, I've been just looking at my HQ. So I've got the sidekick thing as an option, which is not necessarily a bad thing. All right, so what came up was a higher Cyclops. He's a 4 attack. If this card effect makes you discard this card, if a card effect makes you discard this card, you may return this card to your hand. So, the other Cyclops where you to play this card, you must discard a card. So, it says if a card effect makes you discard this card. Well, if I choose that one, it made me. So then it goes back to my hand. So if I have both of those, then technically I'm not discarding a card. It goes out and comes back. So, cool. Okay, so that'd be a decent card to have since I have those other Cyclops. And then there's a Daredevil that's No attack or recruit, but look at the top 2 cards of your deck, draw 1, and put the other back. So that can be helpful. Okay, bystander means Iron Man captures the bystander, so she goes over there. Nothing special about it. All right. So I did get that Cyclops. To play this card, you have to discard a card. There's still no villains out here. This is weird. So I can only get 5 or 6 attack points. So I'm not gonna worry about that card this time. I can't attack anybody anyway, so it really doesn't matter that much. So that being said, I've got 3 attack here and then 3 recruit points. So again, I can take a sidekick or one of these guys. I'm gonna go with the sidekick just because I mentioned it's in my mind. So this is Redwing. Oh, that's cool. That matches up with Falcon. So this one's look at the top 3 cards of your deck, draw 1, put the rest in any order, put this on the bottom of the sidekick stack. So there you go. So now I got that guy. So that'll help out at some point. And here we go. Next one is a Capekiller. So Capekiller is one of the henchmen. It's got shield clearance, which means I have to discard a shield officer to fight him. And then once I do fight him, I have to KO a card from your discard pile. Yay. Alright. So, I mean, not hard to fight. He's a 3 with shield clearance. So there you go. Alright. So, now, speaking of all that, I've got all kinds of recruit point action. A crazy amount. So, let's see. Right now, I've got 6, which gives me that Daredevil or the Captain America. Kind of, boy, I don't know. Or that Cyclops card. That's a decent card. So, I think what I'm gonna do... Redwing. Alright, I'm gonna do this. No. Actually, that's not gonna help me. So I'll just play this Falcon. 2 attack, whatever, no big deal. And then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm gonna go ahead and take this Cyclops card. So that's that's gonna be my deal there. Oh, and the high Daredevil card popped up. So that one, 8 recruit points. That one is if you play an Avenger, discard the top 2 cards of your deck. If they had different costs, you get +2 attack. Then repeat this process. So, alright, and it's a 4 plus any attacks that you get. So it's a 4 attack. So technically you could get 8 out of it if they have different costs. So, depending on your deck, right? How many special cards you got in there could be pretty lucrative on the attack side. Alright, so next hand. Let's see what we got over here. We had She-Hulk. Okay, so size changing strength. If she escapes, she fortifies the villain deck. So that's the deal with that. I'm having a little trouble with my camera, so I apologize. I don't know what's going on, but I think my dog had something to do with that. So I apologize. Alright. Thanks. That's my dog Duke. Thanks, Duke. That was great. Alright, so anyway, there's She-Hulk, no ambush. There you go. Alright, now, just have shield officers, which is helpful because I think I'm going to go ahead and fight that Capekiller with these 3 attacks. Discard one of my recruit points. He's out, and then I'm going to go ahead and play 2 more recruit points, and I can either get a sidekick or this Cyclops or this Daredevil. I'm going to go with the sidekick again. Since we have him, let's just go for it. Okay, now this is from a different series, but it's Lockjaw, right? Special sidekick. He has phasing. Oh, maybe not. He has phasing. Put this, if you phase him, then he goes back on your deck. But once you play him, he's a 2 attack. And then he goes on the bottom of the sidekick deck. So, hey, 2 attack. It's cool. Good for him. He's listed as an Avenger, so that must have been before the Inhumans expansion came out. So there you go. All right, next hand. Let's do this. All right, another She-Hulk. Okay, now she's an 8. Size changing strength. So if I can play a strength, which I don't know if I recruited a strength yet. I can get her down to 6. So, there you go. Okay, so this one, I've got that Redwing. Look at the top 3 cards. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead, play my Redwing. Look at the top 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. Draw 1. Put the rest back in any order. They're all shield officers. Let me look and see. Alright, I'm going to kind of check my... I can get 6 attack, which it doesn't help me. So I'm going to go ahead and take the recruit and put the other 2. Doesn't matter what the order is. A whole bunch. So, yeah, here's a 2 attack. You can KO a wound. Don't have any. This one's to play a card you can discard. I'm not. I'm gonna just let it. I'm just not gonna play it and not worry about it. So I can get 5 recruit points and grab this Captain America. So there's that, and not play that card. The sidekick goes at the bottom of the sidekick deck. So, they're here quick and gone. So they're here and then they're gone. But hey, they are helpful. So nothing wrong with that. Alright, then we got a Falcon. It's a 2+ recruit. So it's one of the ones that I KO'd earlier. And let's see. So lots of Daredevil going on out there. Alright, well, let's see what happens this hand. Alright, we have a Scheme Twist. How exciting. So that's number 4. Do I have an Avenger and an X-Men? I do. So I've got Falcon and a Cyclops. So that means I gain a wound. It happens to be a grievous wound. So healing, you may have the player on your left gain this wound. Well, can't use that, right? Because they aren't there, so that doesn't apply. So it's just part of my hand. Alright. So now this one, oh boy. So I've got the Cyclops where you have to discard a card, and the other one that if I were to discard it, it goes back in my hand. So that negates that. So that's pretty cool, which means I got 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 attack. Oh, so close. But here's the other thing. I have 7, 9, so I can get to She-Hulk. And if I play my Redwing, I might get another attack. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to look at the top 3, draw 1, and it's the Lockjaw. Okay. This is not enough because I have 9. That's 11 again. That's a bummer. So I'm going to go ahead and draw... Let's see, do I have a covert in my hand? That's the question. If I have a covert, then this rogue would be nice, because then I can KO this wound. I don't have her. I'm going to go ahead and put these guys back and take this recruit point. So, alright, so I've got... So if I play this, I have to discard that card, but it goes back in my hand. So I played that, then I get to play that again. 7, 8, 9 attack points. So I'm going to go ahead and fight this She-Hulk, and there's no fight thing, so that's a win there. And then 3 recruit points. So, again, I can get a Cyclops to discard a card. I get Daredevil. I can look at the top 2, draw 1, put the other back. Not very exciting. Or that Falcon, that's got 2+ recruit on it. I'm going to just get a sidekick. So, another Redwing, right? So there you go. Nothing big. Oh, and then yeah, so that's that, and I'm gonna keep my grievous wound. But if that Wolverine card comes up, then I can get it. All right, here we go. Iron Spider has popped up again. Ambush, fortify my deck. Right, so there you have it. Okay, so here we go. So I've got that Lockjaw. It says phasing, right? So I can swap it out if I, want to, and I kind of do because I've only got 4 attack. That doesn't really help me. I'm gonna go ahead and attack Iron Spider. So I'm gonna phase this card. Okay, so it's fine. I'm gonna phase him out, and then I'm gonna go ahead, KO a wound, which, yay. And I get to draw a card, which means Lockjaw comes back. Alright, so with those 2 attack, I'm going to attack Iron Spider. If this is less than 2 victory points, it is not. Alright, he's a 3, so that means he goes in my victor pile. Yay. Alright, and then I had that Lockjaw again, so I can either phase him again, because he's back in my hand, which I think I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and phase this, grab another card. Right, that gives me another recruit point. So I have 2, 4, 5, 7 recruit points. I'm going to grab this Daredevil Iron Fist one. Right, so Daredevil side, you get 3 recruit points, and the next hero you recruit this turn goes on top of your deck instead of in your discard pile. That's nice. Or the Iron Fist side, you get +1 for each different cost of hero you have. That's very helpful too. So, decent card for sure. All right. And I think I did it again. I forgot the KO on that. Yeah, I did. I forgot the KO hero on the Scheme Twist. So I'll do it now. I wasn't going to recruit that Falcon anyway. I mean, it can be helpful. I know I wasn't going to do it. Okay, again, out of order. Sorry. I get so wrapped up in strategy, I forget about that rule too many times. And I don't know what to tell you guys. I'm sorry. I apologize, but hey, fixed it again. So anyway, moving on with life. I never said I was a master at this game. I'm just doing it for the fun of it and or just showing people what the expansions are. So again, hey, I hope you like the camera angle. If you feel like commenting at all on that, you like that better than it used to be. If you look at the first number of weeks, they were all sort of an angle, just the way my room's set up. It was hard to get the camera here, but I did figure out a way, so hopefully the dog won't interrupt it again. Okay. So there we go. Next hand. Let's see what we got here. We got, we knew. Ms. Marvel, right? So escape. Fortify the an HQ space. When it's fortified, heroes cannot be gained from that space. So, nothing about fighting her. She's just a 5 attack. So here's where, the whole thing with the bribe, I'm going to go back to that with the asterisk deal. I have a feeling this is going to be a draw because of that. What I said is it doesn't say bribe, but that asterisk does in a later set. I know it means that means you can use both, but it doesn't say that here. It says the word bribe. It doesn't. There is no bribe on any of these guys, so I can't. All right. Anyway, I guess I'm just complaining because I know it's going to be hard to win. All right, so I've got a She-Hulk out there with 8 and Ms. Marvel with 5 attack. Looks like with my Lockjaw, I have 6. So, and if I had a strength card in my hand, I could have gotten She-Hulk down. So, okay, so let's see. I get +1 attack. Ooh, this is interesting. Wait a minute. I might be able to get She-Hulk. Okay. So if I play Lockjaw, I get 2, 3, that's 4 attack, and then 6. And then I get +1 for each sidekick and other. Oh, well, he's both. So I guess. Yeah, so I guess it's just 3. So I have 7. So it still doesn't give me the She-Hulk. I was kind of hoping it would, but it doesn't. So what I'm going to do, actually. That only gives me 4. Yeah, okay, I got to play it. All right. Okay, so here's how it's going to go. We get 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to go ahead and fight Ms. Marvel. And then I've got 2 recruit points, which I'm going to go ahead and get it. Nope. Wait. Let me think about this. I've got a Wolverine over here. That's 2. If you play an instant card, you get to draw a card. He's a 1 attack. I'm going to go ahead and get a sidekick anyway. Oh, another phasing one. Okay. Now this one goes at the bottom of the deck because I played it. But I just got another one. How fun. All right. Excellent. 1, 2, 5, 6. Sorry. All right. And then we have another Capekiller. Okay. So there you go. And there are 3 asterisk shield clearance. All right. So I got to discard a shield officer to fight them. Okay. So that Daredevil card came up. So now With the Iron Fist side, I have... I actually only have 2 different costs. So, yeah, I'm not sure that's going to be really helpful. That's a 2. Alright, so I got 4, 5, 6. Well, you know, that's gives me 8. I can fight that She-Hulk. Not a bad plan. Alright, I'm going to go for it. So I'm going to play Cyclops. 4, 5, 6 attack. I'm going to use Iron Fists, and that says each cost, so that's a 0 and a 6. So I get 2. That's 8. So I'm going to fight She-Hulk. Boom. Done. Oh, wait, and she's a 6. So that's a 2. Oh, wow, look at that. Okay, well, anyway. Still get to fight her. We're all good. 2 recruit points. I'm going to go ahead and grab this Wolverine, where you get to draw a card. Could be helpful down the road. Alright. Replace him with another Cyclops of the 4 attacks. So that'd be another good one to have in the old deck there. Alright, next card is another Miss Marvel. Okay. Alright. With this hand, I've got my Redwing sidekick. If I play a ranged, I get 2 attack. To play this one, I gotta discard a card from my hand. You know, I could discard this Redwing. He just, you know, let's just look at the top 3 cards, grab one, blah, blah, blah. Kind of boring-ish, but could be helpful. Because really, I only got 5 attack. Man, I could get Ms. Marvel out again. If I discard that card. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and do that. So I'm going to discard my Redwing. It's not that much of a special thing, which means I could play that. That gives me 5. I'm going to go ahead and play Falcon with 2 recruit points. That is 5. And I played a range, so I get to gain a sidekick, which is Zabu. So KO a card from your hand or discard pile. Put this at the bottom of the side. So this one, KO a card from your hand or discard pile. Well, that's not so good if I just have to do that. Ouch. Zabu. Alright, whatever. Okay, then I got 3 recruit points. So, I can get a sidekick, or I can get Daredevil, where you look at a card, and a Cyclops, where you get 3 recruit if you discard a card. So, I'm going to go ahead and get the Cyclops. I'm just going to go for it. Alright, and then another Daredevil popped up. So this one is Roundhouse Sidekick is what it's called. Choose a number, then reveal the top card of your deck. If that is that cost, gain a sidekick. If not, you don't get anything, but you get 2 attack points either way. So, 2 attack points are 2 attack points. Nothing wrong with that. Okay, kind of want to get enough recruit points to get that other Cyclops. It's a 4 attack, and right off the bat, nothing special. So that's really, really helpful. So if I have a couple of those in my deck, I'm going to be able to start getting to that Iron Man, which I need to very, very soon. I know that I'm going to be hitting another Scheme Twist here pretty quick. So, just odds. That's how that's going to go. Alright, what do we got? And speak of the devil. There we go. So Scheme Twist, that's number 5. So, still, let's see. Do I have an X-Men and an Avenger? I do. Unfortunately, that means I gain a wound. So, that's a normal one. And then I gotta KO somebody. Alright, so let's KO. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and KO this Daredevil card. Now, a Rogue card popped up over here. It's 5 recruit, doesn't have anything, but you play this card as a copy of another hero you played this turn. It's both a covert and the color you copy. That can be really, really helpful. So, say I had 2 of those Cyclops, I could play a third one. That's 12 points with 3 cards. Sweet. So that's a nice card. I want to see if I can grab that one. That would be nice. Alright, so here we go. You can KO a card from your hand or discard pile. If you do, draw a card. Yes. Oh, and the Zabu. KO a card from your hand or discard pile. Put this at the bottom of the Psychic deck. So I gotta KO somebody else. Well, yeah. Pooper. Alright, I'm gonna take out the Shield Trooper. thanks, Sabu. Man, too bad I didn't have 2 wounds. Oh well. Alright, so here... Okay, so I've got the Iron Fist one, so I have a 6, a 0, a 3, and a 3. So I got 3. That's a 3 attack. That gives me 5 attack. I could take out Ms. Marvel, which I think I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and do that. So she's out in the victory pile, and then I have 4 recruit points. So, unfortunately, that's 1 less than I need for the rogue. That's okay. So 4 recruit points. I could get another one of those Wolverines and a sidekick. I'm going to go ahead and do that. So, here we go. And then I get a sidekick, which is Hairball. This is a draw card, and you get 1 attack out of it. So, okay, cool. Nothing wrong with that. Get an extra card, get an attack point. I'll take that. Not a big deal. Alright, what do we got next? We got another Capekiller. I think that's the 3rd one, so no more of those. Alright, so phasing. Okay, so here we go. Shield clearance. I'd have to discard one of these guys. So I have 5 attack, just straight up. I don't have another instant card, so I can't draw a card off of this one. This one's phasing, so I could get 3 attack. If I phase the Lockjaw one, I can still take a Capekiller down. Kind of want to do that. I'm going to go ahead and phase in. And then, yeah, of course, I got the Cyclops. To play this card, you must discard a card, but he's 3 attacks. So, technically, what I could do is discard one of these shield agents and attack both of those. Well, oh no, wait a minute. I can't. Wait, I just have to KO from my discard pile. Okay, fine. So here's how this is going to work. So I'm going to play this card, right? Then I have to KO a card from my hand or discard pile. All right, let's see. Is there anything I want to just bail on here? I think, yeah, I'll just KO this guy, and then another 3 points, get this one, and I'm going to KO. I'm going to KO a trooper out of my hand here. Okay. Alright, there you go. So there's that one. Cleared the deck. You know, whether that was a great move or not, I don't know, but I couldn't get Master Strike. Alright, so the Master Strike, Authoritarian Iron Man fortifies the next city space to his right, starting with the bridge. You can't fight him when there's a villain in that space. Villains in that space get a +3 attack. So there you have it. Great. Alright, so that means, I mean, it's good that I've been clearing out the city spaces, but, you know, now he's a little more active. Oh, goody. Now, if this weren't solo, right, each Master Strike would move him over. So in a solo play, that's where he's going to sit, because there's only 1 Master Strike. So it's not as bad as the other group play thing is, you know, he'd keep moving. So, okay, in that sense, it's nice to have the solo thing going on. All right, what do I have here? I've got 6 attack. I got 8 attack, so basically 8 attack or not. Right, so the only one out there is Authoritarian Iron Man. I can't get to 12 necessarily. So I could either get 2 more attack points with this Falcon, right, which gives me 8. Or I can look at the top 3 cards, grab 1, put the other 2 back. Yeah, boy, there isn't really a great option here. I think what I'm going to do is that. I'm going to go ahead and play that card. Look at the top 3 cards. Okay. Okay, so this is interesting. There's a Captain America. I get +1 for each sidekick and other Avenger hero I played. I'm going to take that. Put the other 2 back. Here you played this turn. Okay, so here's how this is going to work. I'm going to go ahead and play this sidekick. So that gives me 2 attack points. Then I'm going to discard this card and play this one. Wait, no. Nope, sorry. Nope, that would, I'm going to discard this, but this one, no, I don't have to anymore. Right? So that gives me 6 attack points. And then I can play this one, which I get 1, 2 more, so that's 4. So that's 10 attack points. I thought it was closer than that, but I'm not. Okay, so yeah, I kind of was each Avenger hero. If I was each hero, then I would have had 12. I think that's what I did. My brain went a little too fast there. So can't attack Authoritarian, but I do have 2 recruit points, so I can either get this Captain America. You get +1 recruit for each hero class that you have. I've got a good spread. That's a decent one to get more recruit points. Or another sidekick. I'm going to go ahead and get Cap. So we're just going to kind of keep it simple in that sense. So we go there. Rogue card came up. If you play a strength, you get +3 attack. So that would be nice. Unfortunately, I don't have a lot of strength cards. I could find some. Rogue's got some. Cyclops, I think I've got one of those. There is one of the Captain America ones and one of the Daredevils. That Daredevil Iron Fist, I think, is a strength card. So I do have a couple of them, so that could be helpful. I would get this other Rogue one where you copy a card. That one is nice. So I need 5 recruit points for that. Okay, see what we got here. Oh, another Scheme Twist. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, bummer. All right, I gotta KO somebody. I'm gonna go ahead and KO this Daredevil, and another Cyclops comes up where it's a 3 attack. You have to discard a card to get it. So, and I still have this other Cyclops over here where you get that 4 attack. So, boy, man, I need some recruit points, and I don't have that many. Okay, so unfortunately, that is the deal. All right, so that's 6, 7 attack. That doesn't help me a whole lot. It really just, yeah, I can't really do much on that. But I got 3 recruit points, so I can get one of those Cyclops. To play this card, you must discard a card from your hand. I'm going to go ahead and take it. That's 3 attack points. That is decent, right? Okay, we got another one of those Falcon Redwing cards for recruiting. All right, and we have now Yellow Jacket. Size changing tech. If he escapes, he fortifies the hero deck. So while it's fortified, whenever a hero in the HQ costs 7 or more, KO that hero. Yeah, don't want him escaping. All right, so that's bad. And you know what? The villain deck's getting low, so this is looking like a draw right now. If I had followed that bribe rule, I honestly I could have fought Authoritarian Iron Man like at least 2 times, if not 3 already. So you know, kind of following that rule. Fine, whatever, no big deal. Oh, and I got to check my hand. I do have both, so I gain a wound. Okay, so I got that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I KO Daredevil, get a wound. Okay, and I got Yellow Jacket. Great, we're good. Okay, all right. So what I'm seeing in my hand here, I've got attack with this sidekick. I get 1, and I draw a card. So I'll go ahead and play that. Get 1 attack there. And I've got one of these. Okay, so you get +1 recruit for each hero class. Each hero class, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's a 4 recruit. Wow, that would be really helpful. So 4, 5. That gives me 5 for this. Interesting. Wow. Okay. All right. So here's what's gonna happen. I'm not gonna use these. You have to discard a card one, so I'm not gonna play those. But I am gonna play this one. I can KO a wound. If I do, draw a card. He's an instinct, so you know this is starting to play differently here. So I'm gonna play that one. I get to draw another card. If I play to covert, I can KO a card from your hand or discard pile. If you do, you get +1 recruit. I don't know. I don't have another wound. I'm not sure I want to do that. But these attack points are starting to add up a bit. So, you know, I want to make sure I got recruit points enough to get rogue still. So, here's the thing. If I discard this one, then I get 3 attack points. So he's a 7 size changing tech. I don't have any tech cards, so I need 7. This is 4. This gives me 3, so I can fight Yellow Jacket. I can't get enough to get to... well, maybe. I don't know. Let's see. How many different costs do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 4 different, so that's a 4 attack. That's 8. 11. Ah, it's so close. I'm so close to getting to 12. I just can't quite get there. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to discard this guy. Play this one. Fight Yellow Jacket. He's out. Alright. And then it's time for recruit points. I get... yeah, okay, let's find out. I'm going to get a bunch here. So I played a Covert. I'm not going to KO a card, but... oh, if I do, I get +1 recruit. So maybe... yeah, sure, why not? I'm going to KO a Trooper again. So I get 3, 4... this is 5, 6, 7. Let's go with 7. So I have 7 recruit, and then I'm going to play this one. This is 10 recruit points. 10 recruit points. That's tempting. So I can do this rogue where you get a +3 on a strength card, and then in this guy, or I can get this rogue where I copy another card. This is a straight up 4 attack. I'd have 2 of those. Oh boy. I'm gonna go with the 4 attack. I'm gonna go with the strength on this one. And wow, another one popped right up. Okay, so there you go. So that is how that is. Left me with 4 recruit points. No. Yeah, 4 recruit points. So I can get a couple of sidekicks, or I can get another one of these Redwings, or I can get this rogue. I'm going to grab the rogue. I'm going to get that one. Okay, so there you go. So that's what I'm going to do with that. Yeah, so like that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we'll see what we got here. Okay, another Yellow Jacket pops up. And my hand. I can get a sidekick and 5 attack points. Or I can look at the top of your deck. Draw 1, put the rest back. Top 3 cards, sorry. Top 3 cards in my deck. Let's see. Yeah, okay, so this is 7 phase. Alright, well here's what we're going to do. I'm going to have to shuffle because I'm going to go ahead and look at my cards. If I can get up to 7, I'm going to attack that Yellow Jacket. Let's see, recruit point wise, I've got 3. If I can get a bigger recruit and get that rogue copy card. So either way, I'm going to go ahead and check these out. So 1, 2, 3. So if I can get, oh, that didn't really play all that well. Okay, so I've got 5, 8. So I can, if I take this guy, which I'm gonna do. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and do that. And so I played that. Oh, I just did math way wrong. Again. Goodness gracious. Alright, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna phase this card. Then I'm going to play this one, which allows me to draw a card, which allows me to get this phasing card back, okay? Which that actually gets me to the right number, okay? So there you go, a little strategy there. Hopefully that didn't go by too poorly. All right, so there's 4, and then I have to discard a card to play that one. That gives me 7. I can fight Yellow Jacket, so he's out. And then I got 2 recruit points. So I'm going to grab another one of these captains where I get recruit for each hero class. And that is that. Okay. Excellent. I think I missed something on one of my fights that I could put when I recruited somebody. But it doesn't matter. Whatever. Okay, next hand. Here we go, and a scheme twist. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That is the last one. One more scheme twist, and I lose. There's not many cards left, so I'm thinking this is going to be a big lose. So I'm going to KO... I'll KO this Falcon. Alright, so my hand, I have... Okay, so to play this card, I have to discard a card, but I have this one that says you don't have to, so... Boom, 7 right there. Then this one is 8, draw a card. Okay. Oh, to play this card. Okay, I'm going to play this card. I have to discard this one. But then I get a +3 attack. Because that's a strength. Yes. So that's 4, 8, 11, 12. Okay, I got a hit on Authoritarian Iron Man. So I did get one hit. If I fight him, you get +6, use roll and recruit, range, or tech heroes. So I get +6 recruit. That means I can grab that guy. And I have 1 recruit point. No, I have 4 recruit points. So I'm going to go ahead and grab 2 sidekicks. Oh, no, it's 1 per turn. That's right. I can't do that. Alright, so sure. Daredevil. Take him. Alright, so okay. So there you go. There's that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And boom, scheme twist. That is a lose right there. So unfortunately, I did a great job because I believe that's the 9th one would have been a side. So I fought all 8 of the henchmen. I mean 8 of the villains and the 3 henchmen. Got all of them, and 1 hit on Authoritarian Iron Man. So as far as fighting, great. It still lost them. Yeah. So the no bribe rule. Nobody said bribe on it, and again, it didn't say it on there. And the way these rules are written, right? Again, it says you can fight villains with bribe by spending any combination, and bribe is in quotes, so it has to be written on their card. So I'll do next time around. If he comes up again, I will see about that. Maybe I'll change my tune because. Well, not because, but just maybe I will. I don't know. We'll see. But there you go. It was cool. I mean, lots of activity and some strategy. And again, sorry about the mishaps there with the scheme twist or whatever. But it all was legit. It worked out itself. So there you go. That is week 19. Thanks a lot, and we'll see you next time around.